Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If there's anything that's been happening frequently in Call of Duty this week, it is dev errors and it is updates. It seems like we've had updates every single day, multiple times a day for Vanguard, for Warzone, and that trend is continuing right now because we just got the whole holiday update, the Christmas update, the Festive Fervor update for Vanguard and for Warzone. We've got new patch notes to go over for each game. We've got plenty of new changes, new content, all sorts of stuff to go over. So as we cover it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you're a part of the 57% of viewers who have not already subscribed, we are about 7,000 subs away from 800K. It would be awesome if we could hit that before the end of the year. So if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD, this is the place to be. I'm always covering everything going on, news, updates, class setups, tips. It's all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Also, to celebrate the holidays, my friends over at G Fuel have bumped code Immortal back up to 30% off everything on the site. So if you want to grab anything in time for the holidays, now is the best time to do so. Code Immortal has you covered on literally everything. All right, so we've got our December 16th update. Not gonna lie, the patch notes are not exactly what I was expecting. We also have a playlist update that's live and a few other things that they've updated on the Trello board as well. But as far as the patch notes for Warzone go, first up, the ambient sound effects have been adjusted. I assume this is referencing all the planes in the background, all the bombers that kind of sound like footsteps here and there. I assume that's what that is referencing there. For gameplay, the bombing runs over Caldera have come to a halt. No more reported sightings, so I guess that fixes that in general. Reduce the initial and scaling rewards for the top secret contract. This is basically a patch on weapon XP and contract rewards. They took it out when you could max level weapons incredibly fast in plunders, so I assume that's gonna be back now, but with reduced rewards and an XP. For bug fixes, they fixed collision issues, some more, exploit areas and stuff like that. Fixed an issue with the Car 98K where the shrouded gun perk would allow it to fire as if it were semi-automatic. Kind of a weird glitch that happened per the last update, but that's now been fixed. They fixed an issue with the player title and calling card frames causing FPS drops that was already fixed in the last update according to the patch notes, so not sure why that's there again. Fixed an audio during infill in the Vanguard Royale modes. Fixed additional placeholder images that appear in various store bundle previews. Fixed an issue causing a placeholder image to appear in the bundle locker, a placeholder image on the social menu for various calling cards, and for store bundles calling things the incorrect rarity. And that is it for the patch notes. I'm not too sure what's going on here. With all the issues that are going on in game, the patch notes that we've been getting are very strange because they don't really address the major issues that we have so far. I'm hoping that's just because they're not fully QA tested yet and because they haven't found stable fixes for the Xbox issues, the PlayStation issues, the FPS drops, all sorts of stuff like that. But as far as the patch notes go for this, not gonna lie, pretty underwhelming. Now, as far as the Trello board goes, they did obviously update the new playlist update for this week. So if we go ahead and we look at this card here, we can see week of December 16th for the next 7 days, we've got Vanguard Royale quads. Great news here is we have Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads. So all the normal Battle Royale modes where you can use Cold War, Modern Warfare, or Vanguard weapons, any of your operators, the old vehicles, and just regular Battle Royale. For Plunder, there is just duos. And for the time being, Rebirth Island Resurgence Trios is supposed to be there. However, earlier on today, they actually removed Rebirth Island because of an issue with the map. So for the time being, Vanguard Resurgence quads is available, but they plan on adding Rebirth Island back. If we go back into the Trello board here, you'll see we have a brand new card here that says Rebirth Resurgence Trios has been removed from the Warzone playlist while we investigate an issue. I've heard some talk that apparently on Rebirth, the weapon XP was rewarding you in good ways, let's say. You could level up weapons very quickly, so I'm not sure if that's why they took it out because they need to nerf the XP rate or what, but there was an issue with apparently Rebirth in some way. They didn't specify what that issue is, which is kind of annoying, but that's been removed for the time being, but it will be back. Then also, they updated on the Trello board that Xbox Live players who are not subscribed to Gold are getting an unable to connect to Warzone issue. That's not intended. You're supposed to be able to play it free, even if you don't have Xbox Live Gold, so they're looking into that, and that should be fixed here relatively soon as well. Now, getting into the Vanguard patch notes, this is actually from December 15th. This is when they pushed that update live. Figured it just best and easiest. Rather than spamming a bunch of different update videos, we just combined them into the same video here for the entire Festive Fervor update. But here's what they ended up fixing with the Vanguard update for this whole event. Using Daniel's alternative skin is no longer going to crash the game, so you can safely use whatever skin you want for Daniel now. Progression for seasonal challenges is now visible, active, and tracking. Seasonal challenges had all sorts of issues. They have gone through, though, and updated those so they do work now. For weapons, for bug fixes, the riot shield now blocks front-facing damage and bullets will not penetrate, so it'll be easier to get riot shield kills now if you're going for those challenges. Would have been nice to have that when I was going for that. The firefight blueprint has been fixed to remove light coming from the front end of the barrel and parts of the optic. The Kar 98K Hunter incentive skin no longer causes the gun to aim down sights instead of the attached scope, or the iron sights rather, instead of the attached scope. The top break muzzles no longer jump on reload. They corrected loadouts using 7-round mags, so the total ammo count is divisible by 7. They addressed multiple issues with charms and a quality of life pass. Then weapon animations have been polished and some glitches have been resolved. Now for balancing, for challenges, the Panzerfaust challenge has been changed from destroying aerial streaks, getting 50 aerial streaks, to instead getting 50 long shots. Now right when this update went live, I jumped on because the Panzerfaust is the last weapon that I need to get completed to actually unlock atomic camo, because I needed the aerial streaks and I needed the 3 streaks in one game. They changed it to long shots. Lo and behold, the long shots did not track. They aren't tracking as I'm recording this video right now. However, maybe tonight when this update goes live for Warzone, Sledgehammer puts out an update maybe early tomorrow morning. They are aware that the long shots are not tracking and a fix should be out for that soon. However, even if they fix that, the 3 streaks in one game challenge for the Panzerfaust still also is not tracking, so no one's going to be able to unlock Atomic unless they fix that challenge as well. And as of right now, they have yet to address that one, so it's still just a waiting game there. For weapons, on the Kar 98 and the Type 99, when using a lower cal mag, these weapons now retain the ability to one-shot kill to the chest. This is some of the old patch notes from the previous tuning update that got pushed back, by the way, if you'll notice some familiarities there. On the top break, some attachments no longer reduce damage, but instead the damage range. For the PTRS, the default scope will no longer heavily obscure player vision while meleeing with the bayonet. Oddly specific, but it is fixed. Also, for attachments, melee range has been reduced for the bayonet when using the reach perk. As you know, that was a pretty cheesy mechanic. You could like knife people through walls. They have gone through and updated that, so the range, the melee lunge, basically Commando Pro, is not going to be as bad anymore. For camos, on the double barrel, they corrected the wording in the Death Artist challenge to say 16 gauge mag instead of 12 gauge mag, so that's now more clear. On the STG, camos now show proper progression, and same deal on the M1 Grand. However, if you're like me on the STG and you have your multi-kills and your bloodthirsties and some of your attachment-specific challenges all frozen at like 30, they have not updated that yet, unfortunately. For cross progression, Master Ribbon data from Cold War is now imported into Vanguard, and getting kills in Warzone now counts towards challenges in Vanguard, so that's another pretty big update there. Happy to see that. For kill streaks, the Mortar Barrage, they increased the damage dealt by the flare, and the Mortar Barrage has been tweaked to make deployment less difficult. Why are we buffing the Mortar Barrage? This is one of the most broken streaks in the game. It makes the gameplay miserable for both teams, and they've just gone ahead and buffed it. I'm not too sure what they're doing with that one. That's a little bit disappointing. Then they fixed a bunch of different out-of-the-map exploits and different issues on certain maps, including Paradise, Radar, Desert Siege, Bow Cage, Red Star, Berlin, Numa Numa, Gavudu, Demyansk, Subpens, Castle Oasis, and also Das House. For modes, Control is now live as a brand new mode, and then Champion Hill, they fixed a couple of issues there. There's a handful of UI and UX updates here, duplicate prestige icons, flares now appearing with your prestige level up and everything going on there. For the campaign, they fixed a progression blocker in Lady Nightingale. And then for zombies, they fixed a handful of different things. They improved visibility in Purge. They've updated some of the covenants here. If you want to go through and read all the specific changes for the zombies, by all means, feel free to go ahead and pause the video here. A couple of just, basic gameplay updates, quality of life fixes. Melee camo challenges have been adjusted to count kills, not eliminations, so that's a new change there if you're going for camos. All sorts of stuff going on there with stability and text and whatnot. So a handful of issues in this update, nothing too crazy when it comes down to it, but all that being said, that is effectively what ended up changing in the Warzone update, in the Vanguard update, everything that's going on at the Festive Fervor events and all things of that nature. And that's going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, we are on the road to 800K. And if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD each and every single day, this is the best place to be. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.